Okay, so my name is Funmi, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I grew up in foster care in Drayton, and Drayton's a really, really white area. So for you that don't know, foster care is where strangers are paid to fuck you. No, I mean look after you. Yeah. So I have some lovely, lovely white foster parents. They're really lovely. And Drayton, as I said, it's really, really white. So you could say that I'm the only black pussy in the village. So anyway, when I was younger, and I used to be really excited when we went to London. So for me, London was like Disneyland meet the UN. It was loads of black and brown people all over the place. And you'd find me, I'd run up to random black strangers and say, please take me home and feed me some spicy, well-seasoned food. So when you're fostered, you get a social worker. So I had a social worker called Mrs. Rooney, and she wore black platform shoes, thick glasses, and she spent her holidays in a nunnery. Yeah, in a nunnery. So we had loads in common. And she said to me, Funmi, the reason why you're fostered is your mum didn't want you. She wanted a fluffer. And she suffered, she was a psychiatric nurse and suffered with schizophrenia. Conflict of interest there. And your mother and your father, oh my God, my mother, my father, can you see all this? Psychiatric problem. And your father is a Nigerian accountant. So I thought, God, I'm fucked. But you know what? But the good thing, the one thing I got from my birth mother, more what I got from the voices, is that I've got this alter ego called Olowe. Oh, excuse me. Hello? My name is Olowe, and I have a soft spot for Richie Sunak. Yeah, he reminds me of my previous boyfriend, who had a big, long willy. It was so long, it took me 2 hands and a friend to wank him off. Oh, well, the man's got to have something. Have you seen his wife? She's rich. Go Richie. So anyway, what's going on about British politics today? I mean, Downing Street is like some fucked up, dysfunctional pantomime. I mean, it's like they forgot they only cast the villains. I mean, what's going on? So anyway, as I was the only black girl in Drayton, I spent most of my education being the only black girl. So, which was good, because when it came to International Day, there was no competition. Black History was me winning the British jerk-off last year. I got jumped daily, which did wonders for my self-esteem. And you know what? I'd have my friends, they'd come back of holiday and they say really weird comments like, oh, for me, I've just come back from a beef and I'm as black as Funmi. I'd be like, Funmi? Who's Funmi? I'm Funmi, actually. And you came back as a cunt. Anyway, so I've had really weird pronunciations about my name. I've been called fungi, fingering, fumie, foamit, fallopian tube, femidom, a rubber bag to keep my dicks in. So anyway, I have a really good relationship with my foster dad. And I was sitting on his knee a few years ago now, and I said, Dad, I want a blowjob. A nose job. And he said, but why? He said, I've got a big nose. And I went, yeah, maybe we could get a bog-off surgery. Buy one, get one free. I had to do that one. Okay, so I have 2 kids, yeah? And when I just popped out the first one, I was invited to be in a Shakespeare play. So when it came to opening night, had my son there at the front row because he loves Shakespeare, and I was breastfeeding because he was 14 weeks. And I tell you, throughout the performance, I felt my breasts getting bigger. It was like every time I've moved my arms, I was pumping up my tits. Actually, at one stage, I thought my head was being held up by my tits, not my neck. And as soon as the curtain came down, I went rushing out into the bathroom and I pulled out my corset and started squeezing my tits. Oh, excuse me. And do you know what? When I came up for air and I looked up, this is what I saw. 3 guys looking terrified. Thank you very much. I'm Funmi Olowe.